What's up, guys? Karmavore here. We're going to be playing my meta battle group today. So we'll just go over the battle list like we did the other day. So we have Angel of Restoration up first. She's a really good unit. You can kind of plug her into fonts, and she's super hard to deal with. She has Cleansing Aura at Bash for Gen 3. So by the time you get her into a 1v1 situation, she's near impossible to kill unless they use spells or have a lot of abilities to kill her. And then once she intensifies, she gains plus 20 max HP. So she's sitting at 66, 71 with the banner. A really hard unit to kill and is a nice function for the rest of the battle group. Next we have Bliss the Muse. She has Force Front. I run her with Force Front and Magic Acolyte. She has Enlightened, so whenever she gets healed, she gets an increased heal by 6. So for every magic attack, she gains 8 HP. Now, she's a hard unit for people to one round if they have a lot of magic damage fielded, because every time they are attacking her, she's healing back up 8. So aside from that, I also run her for the creativity, and whenever she makes a successful basic attack, non-champion runes in your rune dock have their CD reduced by 1. So we have a lot of low CD spells to keep spamming in the battle group, so she's really nice to have for that. And she's a good target for the Centaur banner. Next up is the Centaur Regulator. I run her with Shatter and Neuralink. Neuralink's a really handy ability against Foreglow Swamp, Underdepths, and Forsaken Wastes. They all use quite a bit of Neuragen. Well, not so much UD, but UD has Sacrificed, and that kind of stops them from being able to use it unless you want them, or you would gain a bunch of Nora as much as they sacrifice for the champion. So she's a really good kind of counter to all that stuff. Next up, we have the Condor Fury with Lead the Charge and Loyalty. She's a really good unit. She has Strike and Quest Kill Enemy, 8 speed, 9 damage at the start, but 2 defense and 50 HP. And so with Loyalty, she's sitting at 60 HP and 11 damage. And with the banner, that's 65 and 12 damage. So it's a really strong unit, and if you can kill something with Quest after she's taken a bit of damage, she turns into a complete monster with 15 damage, 3 defense. Now, Lead the Charge is a nice ability because you can use it in conjunction with things like Elven Bard and Fjorn, or Warcaller Fjorn. So if they have enough, if you play Condor Fury and they have 4 champions on the board, you can drop Elven Bard and use a surprise battle him. Or you can also drop Fjorn if they have 2 units on the field and drop a surprise Horn of Kathir for a nice melee power turn. So she's a really good function piece in the battle group. Next up we have Dugon the Garo Stalwart. I run him with Battle Master and Thirst for Battle. So he's a unit you want to send into the front lines and constantly be engaging and using the Thirst for Battle for the maximum efficiency. You can probably run him with Battle Hardened, so he's an 87 build, and it's a nice ability, plus 8 HP and plus 1 damage for 8 turns. But I prefer to have another Battle Master champion if I don't get the Strategist out. Triumphant Roar is a really good ability too. All champions within 4 spaces take 12 damage and become distracted and frightened for 2 turns. So you can use a Triumphant Roar attack, auto attack, and dish up quite a bit of damage, and then proc Thirst for Battle as well. Next up we have the Elven Bard, as I said, with the uses with Condor Fury. Aside from that, she has Heal Mass 3 and Distracting Blows, so you can use her attack as an inhibit on ability or champions with pesky abilities. We have Elven Page up next with Magic Attack and Swap 3. I use her mainly for Divine Favor and Soften, just to kind of amplify power turns with Horn of Kathir or something like that. We have the Elven Shade up next. I run her with Poison and Flash Bomb. She's a really good pesky unit. She's hard to deal with. She has combat awareness too, so spells don't affect her. All bombs don't affect her. Has to be targeted damage. So if she's stealth in a font, she's pretty much impossible to find unless they have detection or something like that. Next up we have Elven Strategist. He's the centerpiece to making power plays with the in the battle group for pull and stuff and proccing Battle Leader. Experimental War Spirit, obvious reasons. He's just, a really good counterpiece to mostly everything. We have Falconer for Detection and Domain Veggie. Or I run him with Domain Veggie and Detection. So he can, he has pretty good stats for a 62 Nora unit and dishes out a decent amount of damage, but the Detection is really nice. We have Menelaus next. Really good power range unit with 8 speed, 11 damage. I run him at the 100 Nora build with regen 2 and heal mass. And with Covenant equipped, you know, he's like healing a lot every turn, so he's really hard to one around, and they have to invest quite a bit into killing him. We have the Harby with the initiative 2 and Anthromancy. Anthromancy is a really good ability, but aside from that, she's just a really powerful ranged unit and important to have if you do have her. Ranger Elite speaks for herself. She's one of Kathir's most meta units with Surge Enemy and Dodge. Crazy numbers with 8 speed and 54 HP. We have the Corgi Ranger or Tog, the limited edition version. Now, some people run Tog or Corgi Ranger with Elusive Leap, but I prefer the double ranged attacks just for proccing Battle Leader constantly, which I also run. Ferocious Bite is a really good ability too. You know, a lot of these units that I run in the battle group are good in 1v1 situations, so they're good standalone. They don't need a lot of investment to keep themselves alive. Warcaller Fjorn is like one of the bigger centerpieces of the battle group. You're always wanting to be able to one round with him. He has Heavy Charger and Battle Leader and Horn of Kathir. So if you have, you know, a banner out and you're using Horn of Kathir and a charge, he's sitting at 20 damage. So with Heavy Charger, it does 50% more damage when you use charge. So it's a 30 damage hit. And then, you know, you have tons of like damage modification in the battle group, so he's always hitting for way more on just, you know, 5 AP with Horn of Kathir and charge. So we'll get into the spell set. Carnivorous Vines is a really good spell to have. It's, you know, free. It's lockdown and then free disengage, and that works really well in conjunction with Reclaim. You can use Reclaim after doing a nice power turn, and then use Carnivorous Vines on a champion that you don't want to attack directly the next turn. So obviously everything's going to be pacified already, so they can't attack. But if you Carnivorous Vines the unit if they have no ways of cleansing it, that unit's going to be also locked down another turn into Reclaim, so the following turn after they come out and be able to move, they won't attack again. We have Devolve for another nice lockdown. This and Carnivorous Vines are really good against like underdepths or factions without active cleanse. It's just another stall piece to, you know, set up the board and get some power turns going. Fanfare for stat stacking. A lot of this BG is focused on, you know, power champing the units that you have fielded and turning them into huge stat monsters. We have Grimlock's Bane for finishing. We have Inhibit Power for dropping pesky abilities, killing things like Bindrax, because we do have a lot of physical damage in the battle group. We have Naturalize for Relic and Summon Counter, and Reclaim for the, you know, mentioned combo with Carnivorous Vines. But also, it's good just to use after a power turn and forcing retreats from your opponent. Catharsis Bloom for font contesting and mid-game heals when you don't have heal mass up, or you've already deployed Page. We have Cleansing Emerald for just, you know, all-purpose cleanse. The Banner, Thorn Trap, as I've said on other videos, he works really well with Elven Strategist, using them to pull into the trap to trigger it on two or more units. Burning Oak Seed is really good on some maps like Underdepths and Elemental Plateau, because they do have lava, but it's also good for alt damage, since I said we do run a lot of physical in this deck. We have the Centaur Banner for Spell Breach and Weaken Spells, so in the radius, you know, everything takes 5 less damage from spells, and it activates the Spell Breach ability, which gives +1 speed to all your champions within the AoE. And we have Covenant. Covenant is typically used on Menelaus, but it's also good on, you know, your other elves that you do run. Mostly, you would want to use it on Strategist, or not Strategist, Experimental War Spirit to give him increased range, so he's 1-3 instead of 1-2. But in situations where you can't, you know, get off an attack because of them being, say, 5 spaces away when you have an 8-speed champion, you can use Covenant for a surprise attack when, you know, they just don't expect it. So that's the battle group, and we'll get into a game now. There's quite a few people on, so we probably won't be waiting too long for a match. Be good to show off. This is like my favorite battle group. This is the reason why it's called Old School Meta. Is, you know, a couple of years prior to the state of the game now, I was running a triple hero version of this battle group. So we have all 3 heroes: Bliss and Muse, Menelaus, and Fjorn. I just thought thematically it was fun to have in a meta battle group all 3 of Kathir's biggest and baddest heroes leading the charge and doing the crazy things that they do. I think this is like one of my strongest battle groups, but unfortunately, I feel like a lot of Cthulhu players play a different playstyle than I do, so this is like optimized for me. But I feel like it's, you know, it deals with pretty much every situation properly and has counters to mostly everything in the game, which is really important to have in a battle group, especially if it's meta. If the game was more competitive, you would see me playing this a lot to move up the ranks. Not to say that the other battle groups aren't as good, but you just can't beat the optimization of a pure meta battle group. Obviously, other decks that I run have sort of a gimmick playstyle or a specific win condition, but this is more or less just fielding, you know, counter deploys or playing your best pieces and spiking them up with huge damage and being able to clean house. Considering how many people are playing, man, I just thought I'd get a game really quick. I guess not. A couple big people playing right now. We have Neppy playing, it's Avray, Kokon. Be nice to get a good game to showcase the potential of this battle group and really push it to its limits. It is versus like inferior decks, it does kind of stomp them really quickly. It's really strong. But versus like a fair matchup against another meta group or pure efficiency decks, it holds its own and really showcases the potential of Cthulhu, which I'm all about. I love showing off. Man, okay. Waiting a little longer than I would have liked, but I guess that's okay. At least I got music to bore you people with. I guess I'm just not going to get lucky with the game right away. I'll be waiting, which is unfortunate. It's an unfriendly name. I might drug you. Yikes. Don't want to go to a club with that dude. What else can I say about this battle group? There's not a lot to it. It's pretty cut and dry. Like, it's a Highlander battle group, so your deploys, you have a lot of flex on what you can play, and you're playing pretty responsive. And once you have enough units fielded with Strategist out or Dugon out, you're kind of pushing the opponent to his limits, because they're dealing with really powerful creatures and they have to invest a lot to kill them. And there's a lot of stall potential in the battle group, so you're kind of playing to your playstyle rather than playing against the battle group's playstyle that you're playing against. Now, in some situations, obviously, like you're obviously going to be on the back foot and playing against them, but a lot of this battle group's power relies on like you pushing them to make mistakes or pushing them into unfavorable situations with nice power turns or surprise killings. A lot of people just don't expect the Condor Fury and Elven Bard combo with the hymn. Wow. Well, the game ended, so hopefully I did queue up and we get that game. Don't want to be waiting an eternity. Come on. I guess another nice combo too is like a Reclaim and then a Thorn Trap. So they're obviously going to push out of the AoE of the Reclaim. And if they're bunched up, you're wanting to use Reclaim on 2 to 3 or more units, depending on how clumped they actually get. And then if they're all bunched up, they're obviously going to want to pull away, like I said. But if you have Thorn Trap there, you get maximum benefit out of the retreat. Everything gets slowed and then takes the eviscerated 3 conditions, so they're taking 5 DOT damage and 4, 3, 2, 1, plus the 6 damage up front. And the speed thing is huge too. So someone got a game, 2 people got a game ahead of us. This sucks. Man, that sucks. Like really, and it's Davray too, because he's right ahead of me. I should have paired with him, you'd think. Unless he's playing someone with similar rating. But I've been waiting long enough, you'd think that it would have paired me. I guess I'm just not special. This video is going to be longer because of this wait time. I'm sorry for the silences here, guys. There's not a lot to talk about when I'm staring at a screen here. Oh, so we got a game. Perfect. Let's get right into this, hopefully. So we're playing against Vampiro. He's playing probably Skywings or some weird SL meta mix. But SL is one of... This BG has a really tough time with SL, regardless of its strengths. SL just has a lot of untargeted damage, and I just don't deal with that properly. I also run a lot of AoE, so it's good that I got the Centaur banner out early. So double deploy really sucks. Especially considering I don't have a fucking counter to the Neodrak. So it looks like I'm gonna have to play Bliss. The fact that it has an inhibiting touch is a real big pain in my ass. Yeah, SL being able to double deploy like that is fucking cheesy. Just gonna wait to deploy. Considering like equipping Oak Seed and attacking, but I think that's really worth it. So if he pounces, I still have the ability to heal myself, but if he moves into attack range, and this thing's going to threaten my side font, which sucks, because it's 55 Nora and I have to deal with it. So I'm probably going to have to just give up this font. Because Bliss is not going to be able to 1v1. It would if it didn't have inhibiting touch, but it does, so. I think Menelaus would be another good deploy. Just outrange him. Yeah, 5 damage, it's like nothing. We'll get off a Hawk attack. So we're gonna be on the back burner against this battle group, which sucks. But we do have range to play around it. So he's gonna be able to contest next turn. So we're gonna have to go like full retreat kind of and deal with this. He's gonna sit back and kind of amass champions. So I'll probably get out Tog here, just so I can kill this thing and proc Battle Eater. If he does go into the Fawn, like, I'll just kill it, so would be a waste. Yeah, he's just gonna retreat, which I have no problem with. Dealing with the Primordial is going to be kind of a pain, but I should be alright. I do have 2 melee units. Wish I had a way to give flying. Oh, I haven't seen the Sundered or Sunder Helion in a long time. Territorial is a really good ability. There's Oblivion Shield now too, wow. So we'll drop the banner. We'll get some damage off. It's only like 4 damage, Jesus. Yeah, it's nothing. Shit. Guess I don't really want to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and equip the banner on my Bliss. Now his next unit, or non-champion unit, costs 10 more Nora, so if it's a spell or something, it's gonna cost a bit more. We won't be able to 1-round Bliss easily with the Primordial, so with the Quicken, it's not going to really do much. My banner's going to die 2 turns from now. This is 3? Yeah, 3 to 6, okay. So I'm going to get into range. And use Hawk Attack. Just gonna hunt the turtle back. So he's going to be looking to 1-round things with either DB or Quickening. You won't be able to run the Helion in, so I will kill it. So yeah, he's just going to turtle, which kind of sucks. It's going to be a boring game. Positioning will be key. We want to watch because I think he runs the Enslave spell or whatever it is that gives control of the unit. So we don't really want to bunch up and have our melee units like directly beside the range units. I think Dugon would be a good deploy here. So he gets the kill on the Relic with Relic Overload. There's Vindrax. I think the next deploy would be the Bard. Like I said, we want to be able to waste the AP here, just so things can't double attack. Can leave him here. I'm gonna stealth the Dugan. And then we're gonna fanfare next turn. So it's just gonna be one of us making a move. So we'll use fanfare. Make sure everything's in the AoE. You want to keep everything within the spell breach radius. Dugun's kind of in a bad spot, but yeah, that kind of sucks. You could look to power turn here. I don't think you can get a kill. I don't know how much Nora he has locked up, but okay. I guess. I hate that the game's laggy. I'm gonna close the client and reopen. Just don't like when the game's laggy like that. Yeah, if it's laggy like that, it makes it hard to do out your full turn with like max efficiency. So I want to be in the best seat possible. So there's a couple things I could do. I could use a cleansing emerald and use him. Or, depending if you use Draconic Sacrifice, need to. Oh shit! I've already lost 30 seconds. Oh, that really sucks. Yeah, so I'm gonna Cleansing Emerald here. And then I'll use Triumphant Roar. And I'll probably use an Inhibit Power here too as well. On everything here. I'll Transfigure. And then I'll use the Nature's Blessing on him. There's no Spellcast. So I'll use him. We're going to kill Vindrax. Make sure to get into Battle Leader, or Battle Master, sorry. One more attack. Get the Battle Leader proc. Move back. Get an attack off with Falconer. It's a decent turn. Dish out a lot of damage. Dugan's pretty tanky now. Forces him on the retreat. And I pretty much hit critical mass at this point, so we're looking pretty now. So we'll next turn move into Heal Mass range with the Elven Bard. And we'll look to kill whatever he has on the front line. Probably the Neodrak. Hopefully I draw Covenant, because that would put me in range of killing the Neodrak. Hate that the game's still kind of laggy, but not much I can do about that. So I'm going to use, I'm going to move up here. Move Dugan over, just so I can get him into the range here. And then I'll use Grimlock's Bane to get the kill. Probably more beneficial to drop a banner here as well. Get a kill onto the Neodrak. So we're going to leave the Ranger kind of vulnerable from doing this, but we want to keep proccing Battle Leader as much as possible. Like I said, we'll use Heal Mass here, just to keep Dugan up. Kind of put our avatar in a weird spot, but move him over here. Move the Falconer back. Move the Menelaus back. And we'll move him over here. Burger Ranger's probably gonna fall this turn. It is fairly tanky though. We'll see what he can do. Most likely he's gonna retreat. I mean, a lot of his units kind of suck right now. And we're just gonna keep pushing and being aggressive here. So you can threaten to contest with the Screecher. 2 more turns I'll have my him up again. The Screecher backs off, we don't have to worry about him coming into the font. Sucks I don't have Strategist out to increase my threat range, but that's okay. So Dugan's going to be healing back 5 HP from Empathy and the Growth, so he should be sitting at almost full HP. Our next move would be setting up a power turn with Reclaim. I'll move the Ranger over. Keep everything in kind of the radius of the relic here. We'll sit back with the Bard. Just camouflage. And we're still being kind of mindful of Enslave. So we're keeping our melee units away from our range units. Again, if he attacks, we'll try and make use of Growth being available. We need to move Corgi Ranger back into the AoE of Spell Breach. So we've had 2 really successful turns. We have Inhibit Power up again from Creativity because of Bliss. So he's got us kind of in a bottleneck right now. But he's so far back that it doesn't really matter too much. So we're going to be looking to push up this way versus coming down here. The font's not so much an issue as much as getting kills on priority units. Like the Imperator is a big one that we'll want to kill. But we kind of have to play around having our him up, which is a hindrance to being able to push. But once we have him up, we can just do like a Triumphant Roar and dish out some nice damage. I think if we can deploy next turn, I won't be able to. Not on Fjorm anyways. I'm only getting 37 a turn, so I'll have 75 next turn. I think I just want to keep pushing my advantage. I could deploy, but it's going to take a while for him to get into the fight, whatever it may be. So I can probably get a kill here on the Sonic Bolt. So So I'll use inhibit power again. No! Oh, I miscast it. Oh no. I'm supposed to hit the Imperator too. Shit. Sad. Oh, that's actually so upsetting. So I'm gonna have to use Carnivorous Vines to kill it. Since we got rid of the upgrade, we can deal the damage now. And we'll move back with Bliss. We'll move up with Dugun. Get the Avatar over here. We're gonna take quite a bit of damage since we fucked up the inhibit, but you know, big misplay by me. So he gave Action Potion to this little guy. You'll probably see like a Sandblast or Sand Spray, sorry. Falconer's surprisingly tanky since it has Camouflage, that's 4 defense technically from ranged. So he's gonna get a kill and do in here. I should have been mindful of this. Fuck. Double bomb. Yeah, that's a kill. I should have had the... Just a misplay. Oh, but he doesn't run double bomb. Interesting. I don't see why you wouldn't. So much more efficient. So he's gonna have to use Avatar's ability here to get the kill. Which is really good for him. 13 damage plus burn. Yeah. If I didn't screw up the inhibited or inhibit power, that wouldn't have been able to be a thing. So I'll use Naturalize since he played the landmines or whatever. So I don't have to worry about killing them. Losing Dugan was pretty big, but we do have our him up now, and he has Transfigured. So we want to move everything 2 spaces before we use our him. We'll double attack with Falconer. I think I'll equip the Oak Seed so I can get Menelaus off of this part of the map right there. So I can move my Avatar in. I'm going to want to get a kill with Tog. And kill the Imperator here. It will take a bit of shrine damage here. This allows me to get the kill. Play Thorn Trap and move Bliss back here. Falconer's dead since the pull or Fascinate. Too bad he didn't move the Alchemist first. I mean, Falconer might not be dead, actually. He has to invest all of his attacks to kill it. Banner dies, lose 5 HP on everything. Double attack, only 9 damage. So it is dead, yeah. With a Sand Spray. With the Avatar and Tog. So I'll be looking to reclaim this turn. We lose our back font. This could go either way. Really close. But I also have Fascinate. That's another nice kill. We can heal mass and attack. Use Bliss to get the kill here. Don't need to reclaim, we're not in any real threat here. It's too bad I can't deploy. What doesn't have fanfare right now? I guess just Elven Bard and I think I'll save Nora. I might equip Covenant just to give him some more HP. So I want to be able to take the font at this point quickly. It's not going to be able to kill. but at least get some damage off on it. I'm just going to heal mass next turn and use Nature's Blessing. I can Reclaim next turn. Fascinate again. Obviously better to attack with the Avatar, just to dish out as much damage as I can. And we'll use Reclaim. We'll heal mass, move back one. Attack with Bliss. Get the Battle Leader proc off. You can get 2 Battle Leader procs off this turn. Might be able to kill the Avatar, but we're kind of in a tough spot. As much damage as we do have on the board. If he stays within like range of me, I'm just gonna be able to kill him easily. He's getting considerably more Nora than I am every turn, but it's okay. So he's kind of threatening me from all sides right now, but I think my best solution. I get pulled back into range. Where are you, Ranger? Yeah, so he's kind of got me pinched right now. So I can double attack with the Bard. Attack with Bliss once. Battle Leader proc. Can't do anything with her. but I can get the kill here. This fucking pesky ass dragon. 22 damage. Not enough. I should have played my banner first, damn it. I just don't want to have to double attack with MEDIUMALTIME, so I'll use Karmavore Vines. And I'll move like that. And I'll attack once with MEDIUMALTIME. I have him up next turn, which is going to be pretty big. Kikos won't be able to use a flamethrower. So he's kind of all-inning, investing everything into killing the avatar. Depending on where he puts a Kikos, I'll kill it, or the trigger. So I'll probably just double attack with Bliss on the trigger. Not a big deal. She healed 16. I took like 10 damage. So I'll get the kill with the Corgi Ranger. And I'm going to put Fanfare up just to give my avatar another HP boost. And I think I'm just going to use Distract on a Kikos, stop him from using Flamethrower. As much as I want to... Fuck. I don't know what's best here. I think it's just a him. Yeah, I should have moved up him and move away here. Can use Nature's Blessing and then engage. Move Bliss up. Move my avatar back. Attack. The avatar has taken some damage. Get the kill on Screecher. Use Inhibit. It does have Fire Aura. Probably runs Forbidden Fruit, so I have to watch out for that. This turn, I'll invest in killing what he's placed in front of me. versus going for the avatar. We'll save some AP on him. We'll just body block. So this, one of the reasons why I'm still in this game is Battle Leader specifically. I mean, like, my Element Bard has 22 damage. So, I mean, we're pretty much in, like, the best position now. He's pretty much fully retreated his avatar. Kikos is dead next turn. He's no real answer to this. I use the Bard to take the font. We'll move our avatar within range of taking the font next turn. So you can move it. So we're going to kill a Kikos this turn. And we'll set back. GG, well played. It was a good game by Vampiro. We just prevailed with Battle Leader. Till next time.